Derricks, clever pick-up. Tackled by Cha Jong Bok. Jong Cha. Set the ball that time for Yo Woon Kon. There's Ronald Brouwer for the Netherlands. Kim Jong-do. Kim goes back to Jang. Jang once more looking for options up forward. Great lead. Just not picked up that time by Kang Moon Quinn.
Pretty damn good pass, wasn't it? Long ball, searching. If he trapped it, then he would have been in a position to penetrate the circle.
Burma. Derricks, loose ball inside. Seo now. Stopped immediately by Del May before he even got started. Del May almost tripped by Cha. Oh, great ball. Just out of reach of Ronald Brouwer. Incisive pass from Del May. Rolled off the feet of Takema. Seo took it quickly, too quickly for his own teammates. Van der Horst wasn't fooled. Matthias Brouwer. Rob Derricks off, Floris Evers on for the Netherlands. Timmy Hoying. Brouwer. Kim gives him an unceremonious bundling over the sideline.
Nice little shove, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing really in it. Pretty passive though, the Koreans. Well, early in the tournament, they had some difficult matches, had some good wins. And they were left with Pakistan, Great Britain and Malaysia. And from those three games, they couldn't get enough points to take advantage of their early start. They started to play passively. They were pretty casual from what I saw. Interestingly, speaking to one or two of the Australians, they continued to train hard during the tournament. So perhaps cost them in the end, but they would be looking longer term for where they're building to, and maybe there was a long-term plan.
Korea, after most of their games, kept training on this pitch. If they played the late game, otherwise they went out onto the second pitch here and just kept running.
And so, yeah, I think what they're doing is they're building a base of stamina and fitness which will serve them well in the main game, which is the Beijing Olympics, some 8 or 9 months away.
Matthias Brouwer, stopped by Kim Chul. Plays the ball off Brouwer's stick for a defensive free hit.
Well, they always have been physically very capable team. They're fast, they run all day, and they're obviously trying to make sure that they keep that advantage. Pretty clever play there by Matthias Brouwer, was it?
Yep.
And he nearly got through, but too much to try and beat 4.
Of course, the last big tournament these teams met each other in was the World Cup in Mönchengladbach last year, where Korea basically signalled the start of what was a Dutch demise, beat them 3-2 in a pool game, and the Netherlands went on to record a 7th place finish.
Well, it was a shock and a surprise to everybody that Netherlands didn't make the semi-finals in Mönchengladbach, and it was this team, Korea, that were principally responsible for that.
And of course, they went on to finish 4th.
Losing to Spain in the bronze medal game, and here they are in the bronze medal game again a year later. Different opponent, but it's European again. Can they go one better? I must say, from the interview with their coach Cho yesterday, it seemed that he was almost making excuses for the fact that he wasn't that optimistic about today. Maybe he was just playing down their chances, but it always worries me when the coach is providing reasons why they might not play well the next day.
Kim Sam wins the free hit, just in advance of the centre line. Taken quickly. Kang wins the free hit. Lee is there to take it. Rolls it back. Cool in defence. Interception was by Kim. Rolled off a Korean foot though. Kang Seong's foot from the look of it. Rob Reckers. Roger Hoffman wins the free hit for the Netherlands, his first run in this game. Evers working for and earning the penalty corner off the feet of Jang, who insists it hit his stick.
Well, Altmans is having a word to say on the sideline. The umpire's been surrounded. I don't think he's going to change his decision. It was a fair tackle. Yeah, it was a fair tackle. It's a bad decision, and those decisions are important. Well, the Dutchman knew, but he wasn't going to tell the umpire.
Good reason to be disappointed, but sometimes Korea can carry on just a little bit too long. Umpires are only human. You end up getting them completely offside.
And indeed, it's their passivity that allowed the Dutch to get so far. And they have been guilty of that in this tournament.
As Taiki Takuma currently has 6 goals in the tournament and 39 in the history of his appearances at Champions Trophies. One more, he equals the record currently held by Sohail Abbas of Pakistan with 40 goals. Takuma, there's the equaling of the record. And Taiki Takuma puts the Netherlands a goal up with just under 20 minutes to half-time.
Well, low to his right, that's where he likes it. Goalkeeper flicks the leg out. You have to go with the hand probably, but it's pretty low. It's a damned hard one. Yes, he knows. And the Dutch love the corners. They protest that, well, no, the corners aren't critical, but I'll tell you what, it makes a difference when you have a record or a scorer like Takuma.
But I guess that just rubs in the insult to Korea from that decision.
7 from 19 now, the Dutch in this tournament. And a bad record. Early in the tournament, not many corners being scored. I think what happens is it takes a while for the players to adjust to the ground. And certainly Takuma's got his range now. Koreans, of course, have also a very good penalty corner taker. He's got the ball now. Will they have to win some corners for him to come into play?
Here's Day O. To O. Back to Cha. To Jang. Kang Seung used his his stick to stop the tackle by Ronald Brower.
Pretty hard, those. Umpire probably got it right because the players certainly didn't complain. But when you've got your stick on the ball, that's okay. When you've got your stick ahead of the ball protecting it, that's not.
Evers. Back to Hoying. Rob Derricks, robbed by Lee Nam. Kang, poor disposal.
Didn't quite get the pass that he wanted, did he? It was a difficult one. He had to thread it through on the reverse, running fast, and the Dutch clean up.
Midway through the first half, Netherlands by a goal. Clever pick-up. Tackled by Cha Jong Bok. Jong Cha. Set the ball that time for Yo Woon Kon. There's Ronald Brower for the Netherlands. Kim Jong-do. Kim goes back to Jang. Jang once more looking for options up forward. Great lead, just not picked up that time by Kang Moon Quinn.
Pretty damn good pass, wasn't it? Long ball, searching. If he trapped it, then he would have been in a position to penetrate the circle.
Burma. Derricks, loose ball inside. Seo now. Stopped immediately by Del May before he even got started. Del May almost tripped by Cha. Oh, great ball. Just out of reach of Ronald Brower. Incisive pass.
And they weren't aggressive in the first half. They were quite passive.
Kang Moon winning the free hit. Jang Jong went on to the reverse. It's fallen to Yo Woon. Took the shot and made absolutely no mistake.
Well, it just says something about the tone with which they started the half. They looked serious. They pressed straight away. Lucky pass. The Dutch getting out of the way, and he's hit that perfectly.
Oldest player in the team, the veteran. He's been at every Champions Trophy that Korea have contested. 1997 through to 2002 and back in the elite competition this year. He's been there for all of them.
Well, the Dutch would hope that they can just reassert themselves. They've controlled possession. As I said, the Koreans have been very passive. It was certainly about a tone about how they started. They started to press straight away as the ball went into the Dutch defence. And I think they've decided enough's enough. We can't play like that and be successful. We have to do more. We have to work harder. And that one strike puts them back in the frame.
It's their first goal shot, isn't it?
I think so. They hardly got to the circle.
It's a good conversion rate, though.
Well, and the Dutch players a bit casual. They gave him too much space. No one was going to get in the way.
Kang Moon again. Straight into Vogel's pads. Raised ball, not penalised. Classically handled by Takama. No panic.
And 2 shots in as many minutes.
Brower. Good tackle by Kim Sam.
Much better tone to the Koreans. Well, the Dutch were comfortable, probably thought at half-time we'll just continue along the way we're going. Korea have got other ideas.
Cho Myung-jun, their coach. Chance again. Well, there was. So not able to keep it under control. Seo Jong-ho, their captain.
He very nearly did keep it under control, though. Real life about them now, though. The Dutch wanting to take a bit of the sting out of the game. They dominated possession in the first half, and that's their way of doing so, just keeping it. And the effect can be sort of mesmeric on the other team. They just start to sit and watch the ball and lose their energy.
Borma. Derricks runs back to Van der Horst. Again to Takama.
We're going to press again.
Dolmay walks through the press. Derricks, first-time ball, out of reach of Matthias Brown.
But the pressure causes a mistake on the third pass then, and you don't always get it the first 1 or 2, but then it's a much more difficult pass to give while you're being chased or you don't have space or someone's in your face. And that's the effect of it. And the Koreans get the ball back again without being penetrated. If you just stand there and watch, then there are big holes and spaces, and the Dutch will move you around and take advantage.
Koreans forward, searching pass through the middle that time. Matthias Brower. Reckers. Kim Chul with the cutout interception. Van der Horst likewise at the other end.
And if Seo had made the trap then, he would have got the ball in front of Van der Horst. He would have been in the space. The Dutch keeping the ball low. They don't want to allow the Koreans any momentum.
Big push that time on Brower by Kim Chul.
There's a bit of angst out there now. Dolmay pushed the Korean player then. The Korean player ran through robustly. There's the encounter. There it is.
Neither of those two would take a backward step, would they?
Exactly. But Korea much more urgent in this half. And already they've got a dividend on the scoreboard. And they've had a couple of chances. A wonderful finish by Yeo, and they're back in it.
Kim Chul. By Rob Derricks, Matthias Brower. Dolmay has Borma running in support. Takema, Ronald Brower, and Lee Seung-il playing his 50th game today. Just a little rugged on the tackle. He got
agree.
most other things right. Got the timing right, didn't he?
He got the ball. He knocks the ball away. Well, I think the tackle was probably okay. Now, did he push beforehand? Well, at the same time, he went for the ball. He knocked the ball away, and he ran. Well, it's a difficult one. It was a push, but he certainly poked the ball away.
Lee Seung-il belts the crossbar out of frustration.
On balance, I think the umpire probably had it right because he just needed to stay away. He needed to read it better because he didn't want to give Ronald Brower the shot. And now Takema.
Get Derricks the push out. Great save. Test for the new goalkeeper, Lee Myung-ho.
Well, you give him 50%. No, you give him 100% for that one. It's a good save.
Chang Jong. Burma, Rob Derricks. Chang Jong again. Had it hit away from him. Wreckers. And Matthias Brower it is. Gave up control. Now Seo, the captain. He's one out. Lee is in the middle. Seo goes himself. Puts the cross in. Was that a foot? No, it wasn't. It was a very, very good trap by Robert van der Horst.
Well, van der Horst has saved it. Lee was there. Seo went very quickly, showed his speed. It was really a wonderful move. And but for van der Horst's cover defence, it would be 2-2. And some momentum for Korea. The Dutch trying to take it away from them by possessing the ball, but whatever they do, it's the energy of Korea that has woken up this game.
Cha Jong Bok, solid in defence back there. Nam Jong, now Kim Chul. Lovely ball again. Yu concedes the corner. End-to-end stuff. Lee dispossessed. It falls to Kang Seong. Timmy Hoying, ever reliable. Roger Hoffman, Hoying up again. And finally, the ball goes out of bounds in front of Wreckers.
Not only have they lifted the tempo or applying pressure, and that's meaning that the Dutch are making more errors. And you wonder how can you play the whole 35 minutes of the first half in a passive mode without any of this, and then you can see the dividend when they change.
Almost like two different teams, isn't it?
Well, it really is.
Seo, right on the edge of the circle, the free hit. Kim Chul comes up to take it. Straight to the goalkeeper's pads. And there's a defensive free hit. An obstruction or a well, the Dutch reckon it wasn't anything.
Well,
so somewhere between the penalty stroke and the free hit of the defenders.
They think that every time. They're very cunning. But the Koreans didn't stop. They kept going.
Watch out
Got
here
another chance
for Jang Jong-hyun. No bandana today. He's worn one right throughout the tournament. Into the runner-out stick. And runner-out was
To stick.
He's not limping. I reckon it was his stick.
Meant to be. Pressing again. Oh, and a missed trap. Could have been an
The Dutch
interception.
to break the press. Timmy Hoying. Pursued by Yo Woon Kong. Evers. Thomas Bormer. Hoying once again. Hertzberger. No obstruction there. Hong doing the tidying up at the back.
They've had some real moments. Van der Haas save one on the line. It was a critical save instead of 2-all. The ball then went, the score then went to 3-1. The Dutch should be safe, but Korea have learnt something today, which they'll be remembering if they're wise.
Again, Lee Seung-il, improper use of his body. He's conceded 2 penalty corners and given away 3 free hits in defence. All in the second half.
There it is, pressure again.
Lee feeds it forward, Sio.
Well, Yu's not sure why that was against him, and so is that man. He looks a little bit nonplussed. Trying to trap at the top of the circle. Like a Dutch push. There's the press, you can see. And now just relieving the pressure to the other end. And they'll come back, of course, because Korea will end up with it.
Kang Jong on the reverse. Dribbled over the sideline, stick of Bormer. Yu. Chang. Kim Chil. This is Kang Seong. Well, if it's 6 inches. Kang Seong. Corner again. Seem to have a paucity of ball boys out there today. Reckers. Got to be a Dutch free hit, surely. Lee. Sio runs on. That's far too far ahead of him, though.
Hone that's making the chances. It was a good opportunity. Yu was looking for the deflection, hopeful. Would have been some sort of deflection, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You've got to keep your eye on the ball, though. You don't want to turn away from that one. Well, they've thrown Yu forward, and that's been the big difference. It's led them.
And it was Lee, I think, who finished it off. Yes, it is.
It was. He had 2 goes at it. Good play, picked the ball up. Clever. Fires it across. Very nearly finished.
Something happened after that. There it is. Sio goes with him. Van der Horst tracks it to the baseline. Beautifully done.